myself Suresh VS. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue the lesson The Enemy by Pearl S. Buck. So what did we see in the last class? Sado was said goodnight to the American and made him to sleep in the bed and went from there. See, Sado slept badly that night. That night he was not able to sleep properly. Time and time again. He woke. Then means beach man. He got up from his sleep. Thinking he heard the rustling of footsteps. Rustling means a sound like a rubbing of leaves. As leaves go open, koi chalne ka awaaz sun rahe, or the sound of twig broken, or koi trees ka branches toot rahe, or a stone displaced in the garden, or garden mein koi stones displaced ho rahe. That means move from its original place. ऐसे अलग-अलग आवाज हो रहे. A noise such as man might make who carried a burden, और जब आदमी कुछ बर्डन, कुछ लोड और लगेज कैरी करके ले जाते हैं, उसी टाइम में जो आवाज आ रहा है, ऐसे अलग-अलग आवाज सुन रहे, ऐसे इमेजिन किया. सो रात में तो बिल्कुल नींद नहीं आया. In between he got up from his sleep. The next morning, what did he do? He made the excuse to go first into the guest room. So next day, उन्होंने कुछ एक्सेस बन गए और एक्सेस बोल के सबसे पहले गेस्ट रूम में चला गया. If the American were gone, he then could simply tell Hannah that so the general had directed. Okay? अगर अमेरिकन वो रूम में नहीं, उन्होंने सोचा खाना को कुछ बोलेंगे, जैसे जनरल ने उनको कुछ इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया, जैसे खाना को बोल देंगे, उन्होंने सोच लिया. But when he opened the door, he saw at once that there on the pillow was the shaggy blonde head. Shaggy means rough. But when he opened the door of the guest room, he saw the man was there. He has a shaggy face, head. Shaggy means a rough head. And blonde. Blonde means yellowish in color. So yellowish color ka uska, he has a rough head or pillow mein dekha unhone. He could hear the peaceful breathing of sleep and he closed the door again quietly. तो उन्होंने सुन लिया वो peaceful way में वो सो रहा था. His breathing noise that he could hear from outside. So he closed the door without making much noise. He is asleep, he told Hannah. फिर आके Hannah को बोला वो आदमी सो रहे. He is almost well to sleep like that. But he did not. He should not sleep like that because he is well now. अभी इतना सोने का और ऐसे सोने का कोई जरूरत नहीं क्योंकि अभी वो all right है. What shall we do with him? Hannah whispered her old refrain. Refrain means the same words. पुराना वो same words में खाना repeat किया. अपने आदमी को क्या करेंगे? Sado shook his head. I must decide in a day or two. He promised. Sado. Then he shook his head. एक और दो दिन में मैं decide करूँगा क्या करना है. But suddenly he thought the second night must be the night. लेकिन उन्होंने सोचा आज रात second night है. आज रात को हो जाएगा. उसको murder हो जाएगा. There rose a wind that night. That night was windy. वो पूरा एक windy night था. And he listened to the sounds of bending boughs. Boughs means branches. उन्होंने ध्यान रखा, सुन लिया और ध्यान रख रहा था the sound of the breaking of the branches. Sorry, bending of boughs and whistling partitions. और partitions से वो whistling sound आते हुए और branches हवा में ऐसे bend होते हुए sound आवाज उन्होंने ध्यान रखा. Hannah walked too. Ought we not to go and cross the sick man's partition? She asked. ये आवाज सुन के Hannah also got up and asked. अपन जाके वो partition बंद कर लेते क्योंकि partition से हवा आते हुए आवाज सुन रहे. Shall we go and cross the partition? So no, Sado said. एक कोई जरूरत नहीं. Then he is able to now to do it for himself. अभी वो खुद करना जैसे है. He is all right now. He can do it himself. But the next morning the American was still there. But the next morning when he went, the second day got over, second night got over, when he went there, the American was still there. Then the third night, of course, must be that night. उन्होंने सोचा, ये third night में हो जाएंगे. The wind changed to quiet rain and the garden was full of the sound of dripping eaves and running springs. And you see that the third night, you see that the wind that has converted to, yes, what? The rain. Third night में rain चालू हो गया. And the garden was full of the sound of dripping eaves. Dripping eaves means the edges of the roofs. The roof में से जैसे पानी नीचे गिरने का आवाज और garden में से ऐसे छोटी सी stream flow होने का आवाज ये सब सुन रहा था third night में. Sado slept a little better. लेकिन आज थोड़ा और adjust हो गया. But he woke at the sound of a crash and leaped to his feet. Crash means loud sound. लेकिन एकदम एक loud sound सुन के, एक बड़ा आवाज सुन के, वो नींद में से उड़ गए. And he leaped to his feet. Then he jumped up. What was that? Hannah cried. क्या हो गया? What was that? What happened? The baby woke up at her voice and began to wail. Wail means cry. और हाना का आवाज सुन के जो बच्चा नींद में से उड़ गई. And he started crying. I must go and see. मैं जाके देखे आने दो. Hannah said. But he held her and would not let her move. लेकिन immediately उसको पकड़ा. वो बोले इधर बैठो, नहीं जाना. And did not allow her to move from there. Sadowa, she cried. क्या हुआ Sadowa? What happened? What is the matter with you? What happened to you? What is the matter with you? Don't go. He muttered. Muttered means he whispered. धीरे से बोला, मत जाना. Don't go. Don't go there. His terror infected her. The Sadowa's terror or scare, fear that infected her, that is affected her. उसको डर देखे और खाना भी डर गया. And she stood breathless. And now she stood there breathless. There was only silence. So they waited breathless. There was only silence. तो उन्होंने वेट किया, कुछ सुन रही क्या, लेकिन कुछ भी नहीं था, कोई आवाज नहीं था. There was complete silence. Together they crept back into the bed. दोनों चुपचाप बेड में चले गया. They crawled back into the bed very slowly without making noise. The baby between them. ये दोनों का बीच में कौन था? Baby. And making their baby to sleep in between them, they went to the bed. Yet when he opened the door of the guest room in the morning, there was the young man. So third day when he opened the door, the young man was there, still at his bed. He was very gay and had already washed and was now on his feet. The man looked very happy. वो बहुत खुशी से था. And he had already taken his bath. और बात वगैरह किया. And you see that? And now he was on his feet. He was sitting there. He had asked for a razor yesterday and had shaved himself, but today there was a faint color in his cheeks. And last day he had borrowed a razor from him और shave वगैरह कर लिया razor इनसे ले लिया था सड़ों से एक दिन पहले previous day में. And you see that there was a faint color or pinkish color on his face. I am well, he said joyously. और बहुत खुशी से वो बोला, I am well, I am all right. Sado threw his kimono around his very body, very much tired body. Why? Because for the last 2-3 days he was not able to sleep properly. इसलिए एकदम थक गया था. He was so much tired. अपने गाउन और kimono उसने cover किया अपने body को. He could not be decided suddenly go through another night. And you see that he could not go through one more night because he was waiting anxiously for 2-3 nights. He cannot spend such one more night again. It was not that he cared for this young man's life. It was not that he bothered about the life of this young man. ये नहीं सोचना ये young man का life के बारे में और बहुत bothered है, worried है, इसलिए नहीं था. No, simply it was not worth the strain because he could not bear the anxiety, the strain, the pain, as well as the curiosity that he has been facing for the last few days. You are well, Sado agreed. आप बिल्कुल ठीक, all right हूँ, सड़ो ने बोला. He lowered his voice और थोड़ा आवाज कम करके बोला. You are so well that I think if I put my boat on the shore tonight with the food and extra clothing in it, you might be able to row to the little island not far from the coast. So what he was going to do? आज मैं एक बोट निकाल देंगे, उसमें खाना, कपड़ा सब रखे. So I will arrange one boat for you, so you can go to the nearest island. It is not far away from there. Okay? So आप कहाँ जा सकते हैं? आपके extra clothing और खाना वाला सब arrange करके देंगे. And you can row or sail to the little island that is not far from the coast. It is so near the coast that it has not been worth 45. और ये देखो ये coast से बहुत पास में है, इसलिए it was not protected by the guards. There are no guards to protect it. Nobody lives on it because in storm it is submerged. और कोई इधर रहता भी नहीं है क्योंकि ये storm आ गया तो ये क्या होते हैं, ये island एकदम पानी में डूब जाते हैं. But this is not the season of storm. So there are no inhabitants. Nobody lives there. So you can go there. This is not the season of storm also. You could live there until you saw a Korean fishing boat pass by. एक कोरियन फिशिंग बोट उधर से जाते हमेशा जाते रहते, तो कोरियन बोट आ गया तो यू कैन एस्केप इन दैट बोट, अंटिल देन यू कैन स्टे देयर, उसी टाइम तक आप उधर रह सकते हैं. They pass quite near the island because the water is many fathoms deep there. So the sea is very deep there nearby the island. इसलिए कोरियन बोट्स हमेशा उधर से चलते हैं. So you can escape from there, okay, by a Korean boat, he suggested. The young man stared at him, slowly comprehending. The young man looked at him steadily, continuously, and he was understanding. Slowly he was understanding what he wanted to do. Do I have to? He asked her. That means, is it necessary for me to go? उसने पूछा, जाना जरूरी है क्या? I think so. मैं ऐसे सोच रहा हूँ. Sado said gently, you understand, it is not hidden that you are here. ये देखो, सब को जानते हैं. It is not a secret that you are here. That means all the people know that you are here. The young man nodded in perfect comprehension. Now he understood perfectly. So in a perfect understanding, he nodded. He shook his head. Okay, he said simply. Sado did not see him again until evening, or evening तक उनको दिखे नहीं. As soon as it was dark, he had dragged the stout boat down to the shore. और रात हो गया तो वो boat लेके, stout means big or fat. Here means huge boat. वो बड़ा boat लेके वो shore में आ गया. And in it he put food and bottled water, and then he had brought secretly during the day. तो उसका अंदर उन्होंने पानी, okay, whatever the things needed for this man, that all these things were filled on that boat that he bought secretly on the day. As well as 2 kilts, he had brought a pawn shop. Pawn shop means the shops where items are sold on loan. Loan में जैसे items देते हैं. So 2 kilt, okay, bottle, पानी का bottle और कपड़ा, ये सारे चीज, food और सब उसका अंदर भरा. The boat he tied it to a post in the water. और बोट एक पोस्ट में बांध कर रखा, क्योंकि for the tide was high, क्योंकि tide एकदम हाई था. There was no moon and he worked without a flashlight. उसे दिन कोई moonlight नहीं था, but he worked with all these things he had done with the help of without the help of a torch. Flashlight means torch. बिना torch से ये सारे काम अंधकार में किया उसने. When he came to the house, he entered as though he were just back from his work. जब वापस घर पे आ गया तो ऐसे एक्टिंग किया, वो काम करके वापस आ रहे. एंड सो खाना नो नथिंग, इसलिए खाना को कुछ मालूम नहीं होगा. यू मे वाज हियर टुडे, शी सेड एज शी सर्व्ड हिज सपर. जब सपर दे रहा था उसी टाइम में खाने ने बोला आज यू मे आ गया था. दो शी वाज सो मॉडर्न, स्टिल शी डिड नॉट ईट विथ हिम. और एकदम मॉडर्न है, फिर भी कभी वो अपना पति के साथ खाना नहीं खाती. Yumi cried over the baby. She went on with it aside. She misses him so. Yumi बच्चे का नाम बोल के रो रही थी, and she actually misses her a lot. Sorry, then Yumi misses the baby a lot, she said. The servants will come back as soon as the foreigner is gone. Salo said, don't worry. जो ये अमेरिकन इधर से गया, foreigner जाने के बाद अपने सारे servants वापस आ जाएंगे. Then he said, dear students, I hope all of you understood this much part. Okay, we will continue the other part of the lesson in the next video. Thank you for watching it. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.